address it, man.
All right. But there's nothing new to say. I think the only comment that I have to say is I feel really bad for Erik ten Hag. I feel really sorry for him. I watched the De Gea interview actually afterwards.
Yeah.
And he said two things which really stuck out to me.
Yeah.
He said when the guy asked him what happens to the group, why is it quite fragile? He said, literally, his words were, no, sorry. Let me not get his words mixed up. When the guy asked him, how do you come back from this? He said, I'm not sure. So that's one thing I picked up on. He looked perplexed. And then when he said that the group looks quite fragile, why does that? And he said, that's why I blame myself for the 3 points. Because if I make a mistake, I already know that it's going to be difficult for us to come back. Now, that's so telling for me. Often's the case that we just get speculation. We're never inside dressing rooms unless you're on All or Nothing. You never really get to see what the players are actually saying. And I've got my ideas that I think they're a bunch of arrogant, self-entitled prima donnas. I don't think they necessarily care about.
I disagree, Chris.
No, I'm talking about Man United players, not players in general.
Okay.
Sorry. Specifically about Man United players.
Oh,
I think they're a bunch of prima donnas. I think when you come to Manchester United, you get guaranteed 7-8 mil Instagram followers. Your socials will go up like nuts. You'll get loads of money. You'll get a long contract, and your socials will go nuts. And they are built up by the people around them, and they're built up by the club that they are superstars, and they're not. All of them are rubbish, and all of them are crybabies, and all of them never look in the mirror. They never look at themselves. But that's me going in on the players. It's not just the players. It's the backroom staff. It's the coaching. It is the manager, because he's made some weird decisions.
Can I ask you something? One thing.
Go on.
I want you to be quite honest.
Yeah.
See, all the years where Arsenal fans used to say Arsenal fans were deluded, do you understand now what we're talking about?
I never once said Arsenal fans were deluded. Well, I understand where you're coming from now. But the reason why you got called deluded was because you still had idiot fans.
Yeah, but you lot still have idiot fans now.
Of course we do. Every club has idiot fans.
That's what I'm trying to say. So when the more level-headed Arsenal fans were saying, look, guys, this is deeper than Wenger. This is deeper than what you think. This is actual ownership thing.
Yeah.
Do you get it now?
I always got it, Sim. I never called those fans silly or deluded.
I had a lot of friends laughing at me. Now they're calling my phone and say, we get it. Yeah. And when I was like, bro, like, I think Man United are in a worse position than Arsenal because of your owners taking out dividends from the profits you lot make.
No. We're not even doing the owner thing today, man. Brother, they spent over $1 billion, bro.
Yeah, but
they spent over $1 billion, bro.
Yeah, but
they spent $1 billion.
So make your point,
bro. What do you want them to do?
Make your point.
What do you want the owners to do? They're not picking the players.
Puz, that's a silly comment.
Chris, let him land.
Yeah,
Chris,
go on, land. I'm letting him land.
Bro, they spent over $1 billion. What more do you want owners to do? If
Spend
they spend money, owners' jobs. What? So they're the ones that say, "Oh yeah, you think that man are ringing the Glazers like, yo, we're gonna buy Pogba."
Yeah.
No, I think
very simple.
And you think they know who Pogba is?
No.
Yes, exactly. Here's the problem, Puz. They put Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in charge. They put Ed Woodward in charge.
They don't know who flipping Gabriel Jesus is.
They put Ed Woodward in charge. They put
a very good businessman,
Matt Judge, in charge. Exactly. And he made the club lots of money. And he made the Glazers lots of money. So when Ed Woodward says to the board, I need 12 mil to sign Radamel Falcao on deadline day, they go, yeah, go for it. Because, Paz,
when you put someone in charge,
because, Paz, they don't give a shit. They don't care.
But Chris, where I have to interject there, yeah, is that I was saying this to Man U fans for years. I said, where you lot got away with it is because of your commercial success and how big as a club you lot was worldwide.
Correct. Yes.
And I was trying to explain. I think you got it when we met because you got it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Man U fans were very deluded. They're like, oh yeah, but we will go and spend like 100 million, and I'm saying, yeah, that's all good, but it's gonna come to last. Yeah, it's gonna come to an end. I'm saying it's all good, and it's gonna come to an end because when I look at the Man United team, I'll be honest, you need new centre backs, you need new wing backs, you need a new midfielder, and you need a new forward or striker, whatever. Into modern day market, that costs you about
for Man City, Man United.
in today's market, that's gonna probably cost you about, let's say, 350 million. Let's say.
Yeah.
But where you lot have gone wrong is that you've got a lot of mediocre players on high wages. So now you have to get rid of them.
Yep.
Getting rid of them, that's when the headache becomes a problem. Because me and Paz was talking about it the other day, and we was like, I get why Arteta did what he did, because it's about building a solid foundation. And I think your foundation's so messed up. Even when I saw De Gea come on live TV yesterday to explain himself, you can tell that's a broken man.
He looked like he wanted to cry.
Yeah, he looked like, I don't know what to say. Even what you said, this is it. Do you see yourself coming back from this? And he's like, I don't know. When
I'm not sure. Literally, his words were literally, I don't know. Like, how do you get out of this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not
so
sure.
For me, as I said, I feel like you have to rip it to absolutely shreds. Like, you have to get rid of all the egos. You have to do all of that.
I have been videoing and podding with you for the better part of 2 years now. And that's
3 years.
Sorry. This was going before I came on board. So, yeah. But since I've been here, and that is the first time I've heard you say those words. You need to rip it up from top to bottom and start. Have I not been saying that?
But
since I've been on this channel.
This is where
top to bottom. The whole club is rotten.
This is where I would say I can see why Paz is a bit frustrated when he says he spent $1 billion, because I think he's coming from a business perspective in a way of, he's saying, look, they're giving you the finances, but it's not the Glazers' fault that you lot are not spending it correctly. And I get where you're coming from. Wait, I get where you're coming from, because you're like, they're employing these people. So it's like they're basically getting them to do their dirty work. I fully get that, Chris. I fully get that. But for £1 billion, you shouldn't be where you are.
Of course.
Bro, let me just try and summarize here. Yesterday's game was poor. It looked like the game plan went out the window from the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The United players...
We didn't have a game plan.
No, Ten Hag said he had a game plan. For me, it's down to the players. If you can't implement the game plan, if you see that the game's not going your way...
Are you just talking about the game now, yeah?
I'm just talking about the game.
Okay.
Like, as footballers, you should be able to have a brain to be like, all right, cool, we need to adapt. We don't need to wait for the manager to say this and say that. On the pitch, we need to change things. So whoever the captain is, obviously Maguire, he needs to step up and now say to the strikers, I say to the midfielders, look, you lot, let's take time out during the drinks break, during whatever, let's work out what we're doing. Because Brentford are all over us. They're completely all over us. They're closing us down everywhere on the pitch. No one seems to want the ball from Man United. Everyone's ducking from the ball. One or two players are trying, I give them that, but it's like you can't win a football match with one or two players. If the other team, if 11 players on the other team, including the goalkeeper, is on it, you're losing. Yep. Like, we've been there before where we know we're going to get pummeled, like in the first half. Just the first 10, 20 minutes, Arsenal we know when we're going to get. Like yesterday, when it was 4-0 at 34 minutes, I rang Smiles.
Paz rang me.
I rang him. I was like,
you didn't ring me.
I knew you would be upset, bro. I didn't want to upset you. I knew you'd be upset. I rang Swans.
You know what? I was in a really good mood, Paz, if you'd have called me, because my team had just played and I'm hurting. I'm in pain today. I ran for 98 minutes in that 36-degree heat yesterday.
Oh, that's good.
96 minutes.
Workout.
Yeah.
So them United players should have taken something on board from you.
Bro, we don't have the facilities they have. So yeah, it was hard. Anyway, so we won. So I was in a good mood.
Chris, no, my problem.
No one stepped up.
Chris,
if we talk about the game just individually,
we're going to talk about the game.
Let me follow on from Sim's point. I agree with you, Sim. The game plan went out the window. However,
Pause.
My bad. Sorry. Pause. I agree. Game plan went out, but you cannot account for individual mistakes and errors as well. So, unfortunately, game plan or no game plan, we made some bad mistakes yesterday and we got punished. But then I agree with you completely. What's the reaction? If someone makes a mistake, goalkeeper, defender, blah blah blah, there should be a reaction. There are teams in this league that when they go down 1-0, they go on to win 4-1, 5-1.
And I'm sorry, certain players throwing up their hands and what's throwing up your hands gonna do? What's that meant to do? If I'm on your team, and we're losing 2-0 and you're throwing out your hands, I'm telling you to shut up. What's throwing up your hands going to do?
Puz, I'll be honest with you. Who's telling who to shut up? Because no one respects anyone on that team. No one respects Harry Maguire. I went onto his Wikipedia page.
I'm not even talking about Harry Maguire. But
I know who you've got a Ronaldo agenda, but that's fine. That's fine. Bruno Fernandes as well is shocking. But I went on to all of them. I went on to Harry Maguire's Wikipedia page. He has got a promotion with Hull City. He has got a Euros runner-up medal. And he has got a Europa League runner-up medal. That's what he's got on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah, but Chris, you lot was the idiots that gave Leicester City £80 million.
Let's not call them idiots. At the time, it was all right, isn't it?
No, but this is no. My whole point is,
it's the same way James Maddison now will go for a stupid price, but we know another team.
No. We're gonna, as I said, we're gonna address the elephant in the room. I believe that English players go out at premium. We all know that, yeah? I believe that above, we're all savvy enough to understand English players go out at a premium. But my whole point is that you lot knew you needed to fix that problem this year. You knew that. By getting Martinez,
right?
As in your defensive problem, yeah?
Yeah.
By getting Martinez, I believe Martinez is going to come good. But I believe him working with Maguire, that's a recipe for disaster. That's a recipe for disaster. And I feel that the pressure that he's coming, the pressure that he's coming into this Man United team, it's just not, it's not warranted for a player.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. Because even yesterday, I can't lie, I looked at Ten Hag and I thought, Brentford players are quite tall. All they're going to do is keep on switching that ball onto his side. Maguire is going to have to cover him at one point. He's going to have to. When it comes to the aerial battles, Maguire is going to have to take over.
Look, these players are all technically good players. Like, they haven't got to Man United for no reason. It's all about game management, man. Like in-game management from the players themselves. Like,
yeah, but Paz,
the fourth goal is comical. The fourth goal, what? Who's not thinking?
Ten Hag can't force them to do that in the game. He's on the sideline.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Ten Hag. I'm saying the players themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. Every single one of those Man United players that played yesterday, including Cristiano Ronaldo, all of them should be ashamed of themselves. Sancho, be ashamed of yourself, bro. I back Sancho so much because he's from the ends, but bro, come on. You should be ashamed of yourself. Fred, ashamed of yourself. Man, Martinez got hooked up at half time. You lot won the second half. Probably because, I don't know if it's because Brentford just backed down or I don't know why.
Well, the game was done, innit?
Yeah, the game was done, yeah.
The game was won. For the first time I can't ever remember when, you two have both said points which I unanimously agree with. Sim, when you said that the club from top to bottom, and then Puz just there describing every single player. I'm glad you said that, Puz, because I agree with you. Every single player, all 11 of them, Ronaldo, Bruno, all of them.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm not saying the board are responsible for this and that. They are to a certain extent. But even when we was going through what we was going through, I'm not shouting at the board or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, we know what we need to do to improve. That's why I've always said, no.
I'm still happy with our board now.
Yeah, I mean, it was bants, but we got to go through what we got to go through.
The only issue is, Paz, is
I was just scared of us losing money.
Fair enough, but with respect, Paz, I think our board's worse than yours. And that's I don't like that title. But the only issue is massive change is needed, huge change.
Yeah, I agree.
Where is it got to come from? Because hear me out 1 second. This is what Manchester United do. And this is supposed to be a new Manchester United. We are going to splash some cash at the moment. And the most likely deals that we're looking at is some £30 million nothing striker and Adrian Rabiot.
I don't even think you're getting a striker. You're probably getting Rabiot.
We will probably get some, trust me, Igalo, Falcao, Cavani. We will, was dead that day. We will go and get some has-been £30 million striker, right? Okay.
Definitely not getting Frankie de Jong at this point.
Not at this point. So my point that I'm trying to make is this.
You'll be mad to leave.
Where does the change come from? Because I agree with you.
I think you guys have started the change.
I agree with you. Yes, I think so in Erik ten Hag. I agree with you. No matter what happens, when the ball starts, when the whistle goes, those players got or whatever, right? However, I personally think that those players are quite mentally lost.
Yeah.
I personally don't think that there's a leader on the pitch. No, I don't think there's characters on the pitch. I personally think that even they're scared. They have no confidence, and it's been proven time and time again how fragile they are, that when something happens, they go down. And we've seen the opposite. When we go ahead, when we're on a roll, we can steam teams. But that's been a long time now. That's 7 games in a row that we've lost away from home. We're breaking records. So unfortunately, Paz, even if these 25 players under Ten Hag just galvanized, because we've got quality, just galvanized and said, Sam Allardyce, we're not conceding any more goals. Bodies on the line, we're not conceding any more goals. We have got enough quality in Rashford, Sancho, Ronaldo, whatever, to score goals. Rashford's horrible, but whatever. Even if we did that, Paz,
he needs a loan.
These are all temporary fixes. This is my issue.
Chris, I agree with you on that point.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm trying to say. See, when you say temporary issues, yeah, or temporary fixes, yeah, I should say, I'll correct myself here, I should say, I feel that's been happening for years with you lot.
That's my point. That's why I started by saying what the club will do is they'll go and get Rabiot. They'll go and get a crappy striker. We'll go and get Odion Igalo. We'll go and get Marouane Fellaini. We'll go and get Schneiderlin. Wesley Schweinsteiger passed it on deadline day. Di Maria. This is the problem. It's a cycle. No, they're not.
No, I think Di Maria did good for you, but when he wait.
Remember his red card against us.
Remember the incident? No. Remember the incident in Manchester. I think the incident in Manchester from then.
Guys,
Di Maria to Manchester United fans is a demon. You do not mention him. You don't know that, Sim, because you don't know United fans. But we describe every bad thing in United as a Di Maria.
But he didn't want to come, you know.
Thank you. That's why. He didn't want to come. He didn't want to be here. He got the fuck out of Dodge as soon as he possibly could. He cost us 65 mil, and he's a prick. No, he's a mercenary.
I don't think that's all of that's Di Maria's fault. Like, he got 4 star. He got a 4-star Real
lads,
he hasn't really, bro.
Lads, what are we doing with Frankie de Jong? So don't give me nonsense.
Yeah, but you're not pursuing him.
No, exactly. I get it, Chris. Look,
exactly. So hear me out.
Let's just summarize. Go on.
That's what I'm saying. When they come, top professionals, get on with it. Di Maria turned up late to training. didn't train with anyone other than people who spoke Spanish, was a problem in the dressing room, then got robbed and used that as his jail card. He never wanted to come. He didn't try whilst he was here, and he left. We lost £15 million on him. Even Lukaku gave us more. No, he came for 65. He left for 45. We lost 20 mil. Yeah. We won't even go there. Just to summarize, and I will finish it on this point.
They got Brentford though for the win, you know.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
Fair play. Brentford played brilliantly. They knew they had a game plan. They targeted Maguire and they they also targeted Eriksen playing as a CDM number 6.
Yeah. I think
I put that on Erik ten Hag. What the hell are you doing? He starts as a false 9 against Brighton, and now he's playing as a number 6 CDM. And the substitutions are weird. I'm going to make this very quick point. We saw it under Ollie, Ranić, and now we're seeing it under Erik ten Hag, how certain players don't get dropped. And it's weird. I think there's something going on at that club. I think there's something in contracts or something. Scott McTominay, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Rashford, and Bruno.
I think that's what you've got, to be fair.
I know, but Bruno needs to...
Sim used to say that about Shaq all the time.
Bruno needs to get dropped, and Donny van de Beek needs to play. Rashford needs to get dropped, and Garnacho needs to play.
Who's that?
Scott McTominay, he's from our academy. Scott McTominay needs to get dropped, and Garner needs to play. How these players get played. I'm going to finish my point with this. I personally going to finish with this. I don't think this is the lowest point. I can see this getting much, much worse.
No, I can't.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out,
man. Just wait.
Hear me out.
After next week, we can call it the lowest point.
Next week's not the lowest point because no one expects us to do anything against Liverpool, right? We've got Southampton after them. This is my last thing I'm gonna say. I personally do not see where our first win's coming.
You want to be honest?
I think this is gonna get worse.
As weird and as stupid and as I'm probably gonna get in the comments, I could actually see you getting a draw next week. You know, something weird like that. That's something weird. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you got like a draw.
Yeah, Sim, but that we could just say that's football sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean, isn't it? That's like the football cause. I wouldn't be surprised if Man United got a draw next week.
But you know as well as I do that as soon as Liverpool get up momentum and they score.
Yeah, but one thing I would say is that any team that can do it against Liverpool is likely to be you lot. I don't know, is that whole rivalry.
When was the last time we turned up against Liverpool, bro?
Yeah, I can't lie. I rate Ten Hag, but at the moment, I don't think he knows what he's doing. So I don't think he's going to against Liverpool.
No, he doesn't. He's naive. He's naive. He's naive.
No, right now, I don't blame him in it. Like you're new in it, so. But what I'm so worried about is if his first job, you know.
What I'm so worried about is we've seen so many players and whatnot get thrown under the bus. If he loses like 6 or 7 of his first 10 games, he's in trouble.
I don't even think that's his fault, though.
Oh, no, Sim. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't.
I think
you missed the point. You missed the point. I said I'm worried. I don't think he should be sacked at all.
I don't think he should be sacked
at all. However, the English press, I'm reading a lot of articles. They've already started.
They've already
started with
they've already
started with
the first
we should have got Poch. All of this along the lines of Poch. Let's talk about Tottenham because the God's honest truth is Poch is out of the job at the moment, and I think he was linked back to Tottenham, but they got Conte. We told you last week, Sim. We told you Conte is a serious guy.
Today, man.
They thumped Chelsea today. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I think they did.